Hello campers, today we will be showing you Remind 101. Remind 101 is a web-based application or an app you can download on your smart device. It allows you to communicate one way with your class as a whole through text messaging. Essentially what you do is you set up an account, and then you will set up individual class lists which you can then manage to send out messages to your class. Note that all phone numbers are kept in private. You can schedule text to be sent at a later date, and messages are one way so students and parents cannot reply. Of course, you have the option of sending this out via your own personal device. That, of course, is your prerogative, but this way you can do it in a mass distribution list, and it's all kept private. First thing you need to do is you need to give yourself a title, probably Professor, Mr., Ms., or Doctor. Give yourself a first name, last name, an email address, and a password. Once your distribution list is created, you will be receiving an email from Remind 101. Since I already have an account, I will sign in by simply going to the next screen, and the first thing you'll see is to get started, add your first class. My first class is going to be called Class 1 Spring 13. Now, I kind of recommend always putting a semester indication on your list. This is only for your viewing, and this is for what your class will be called. So make sure you have your cell phone handy, because once you hit add, it's going to ask you to submit this text message to this number. So pull out your smartphone or any phone and input that information. So I will do that now. Notice this right here may or may not closely resemble what you called your class. The key thing is to put in what it tells you. So now that I have that inputted on my phone, I'm going to send it. And down here we're waiting for my message. So it has now registered my phone on Remind 101. So now that you have your class distribution list started for this class, what you can do is you can send yourself a sample message to make sure it works. So here's my class list. Sample message here. I'm going to send it. And what this does when you're setting it up, your users will get a message that will say respond back to this. This is the only time that you can interact with it. What the site will do is it will ask them to input a name. So I'm going to send this message. And that little noise you heard right there was my device telling me that I have a new text message. And in that message will say, please reply back to me because I need to know who you are. You can see on the subscriber list right here, I would reply back, Matt W. So whatever your students reply back to as, that will be on your subscriber list for this class. So what I would maybe recommend is kind of make it a first day project where this information is on your syllabus. We walk it through. What I would also recommend is this number here, when it shows up, that's how it's going to show up on your student's phone. What I would recommend is that they add this number as class info. The caveat there is that when you say class info, they're not going to know which one, because other instructors might be using or have this number. So when the text comes in, says class info, they're just going to have to look at it and see, well, which faculty is sending me a message. So the caveat there is this number right here, more than one instructor might have that number. So class info, something that the student knows that they're getting a text from the UW-Baraboo campus. So I'd recommend that you walk through that on your first day of class. This is old hat for students nowadays, so I would recommend walking through that process the first day if you so choose to do so. Over here on the left hand side is how you edit your course, your distribution list. and after the semester is over, you're going to remove that class because next semester you're going to have a new class, and you don't want to be sending out messages to an old list. So I'm going to go ahead and remove it because nobody attends my class. So that is Remind 101. If you have any questions, let me know. The key thing there is to have your phone ready to input that information when you start the process. Okay, see you later.